Hey there, everybody. Annie chose the very ending of that song to lay down on the area where my mouse goes. And now I have to fight her butt for real estate there. But it's okay. I was gone all day, so I don't want to be mean and lock her out. She's being quiet too. She's being nice. I think she was a little salty at me, but I brushed her a bit, so now we're good. Hey everybody, I'm Janine Hawkins. I'm at Bleating Heart on Twitter, and I'm here to do some witching. When I say I'm here to do some witching, I mean that I'm here to play the fourth game in the Tongari Boushi series, the first of which was localized as Magician's Quest or Enchanted Folk, depending on your region. And we're playing the fourth game, which is Tongari Boushi Mahou no Machi. Which I think means does it mean Magic March or something? Because Kawara no Machi is Koala March. Those are delicious. They're like little biscuits with cream in them. They're very good. I suppose it could also just be a homonym or whatever you call those. But yeah. So, today's going to be... I don't know. I feel like whenever I say it'll be a short episode, it's either a half hour long or an hour and a half. So... so it goes. Oh, Machi is town. Okay. So it's right, okay. I guess it's probably spelled with hiragana, so it wouldn't be something like March where it would be katakana, I think, in that case. I don't know. I don't know from this stuff. So yeah, every day in October we're playing this game. Our 4th year in a row. Amazing. I know. Today, I think we're going to look at some shops, and I'm in ASMR mode. What is this? It's because I'm continuously petting Annie, and so petting a cat and talking into a microphone is, I think, the natural state that we all have to put ourselves into ASMR video host mode. Oh, she is sick of being petted. Okay. Well, then get out of my way. No. Okay, no. Okay. You keep walking. Keep walking. There you go. Curl up around the lamp. That looks incredibly uncomfortable. I need to, hang on, I need to make sure she's not like knocking over this tiny little thing I have back there. Are you okay back there? Oh, you did knock that over. Okay. I suspected. Okay, you're okay. Oh, you're knocking that over too. Okay, that's fine. I'll move this. It's your day, Annie. It's your day. All right. Did I already say I'm at Bleeding Heart on Twitter? And that you can watch the rest of the series at youtube.com/Streamfriends. It's a big playlist with years worth of content. Much of it very similar, but all with its own distinct charm. She's looking at me like she's doing something bad, and I know she's not doing something bad, but the way she's looking at me makes me wonder if she's doing something bad I'm somehow missing. I hope she just goes to sleep. Okay. Let's switch windows here. I really like that OBS, I don't use OBS that much anymore. So every time I log in every year, it has like new fun features that I never noticed, like cool wipes and stuff. And that's fun. Okay. You still good back there, Annie? You good? You're good. Okay. So we today gonna do some shopping. We are going to fight a pirate, I think. I think that's a thing we should do. Because we failed to do that on our first day. We've officially been going for a week now. So that's fun. I'm a little drowsy, I'm not gonna lie. I had an ice cap on the way back. I have a coffee now, but I haven't dipped into it because it's still a little too warm for me. So it's cooling down. And I'm quite tired. We have very big Thanksgiving dinners with my mom's side of the family. There's usually between like 16 and 20 people there. On a really busy year, that'll be like maybe 24 or something, but that's rare for everyone to make it up, because only part of that side of the family is in the town, and a lot of us are several hours south, so that's always a trek, and people have other halves of the family to go see, and Annie's like crammed. She does not look comfy. I'm really expecting her to knock something over, and I'm just kind of waiting for it at this point. How about I move this? Would that help you? I'm all about accommodating you. Whatever you need to happen. Okay? She just looks so... I'm gonna take a picture. 1 second. My desk is unusually messy, and I think that's causing her some consternation. Poor thing. You poor child. Okay. I'm also gonna close my door. Slow start, I know. Okay. Alright. Okay, alright. And we'll get this. This is a valuable one. I want to say these yellow ones are actually... This is the other yellow ones. I think there might be like fluorescent yellow ones that are slightly more valuable, but you know what? Let's just pick these up and sell them anyway. Fuck it. We've got a bunch. They stack. Thank God. They do not stack in the first game, I don't think, and that is just a terror. My desk is particularly messy because I brought... Remember when I was like, oh, I'm going to play Style Savvy in that car ride. I'm going to play Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer. I'm going to play Golf Story. I didn't play anything. The thing I always forget is that I actually... Mostly, I like playing games at home. I don't really like playing games when I'm traveling, which is a shame because there is so much time when you're traveling to play games. When I was a kid, we had a Game Gear and I was all about that. But these days, I ended up I didn't even power anything on. I feel like kind of an asshole because I brought fucking everything. I brought the Switch. I brought my normal 3DS. I brought my iPad in case I wanted to like play some Darkest Dungeon or do some work, or do some like some podcast character work because yesterday I played so badly that I leveled twice. So I got to figure out what I'm doing with those. And we just listened to podcasts. Dad put on the Nerdist podcast, which I can't say I'm a fan, but it was fine. It was totally fine. And then he put on Stuff You Should Know's episode about giraffes, which again, totally fine. And then we listened to an episode of Waypoint Radio, which I'm sure if you asked him, he would say was totally fine. I mean, actually, he would probably say that, and then I would remind him Austin was on it, and he likes Austin, so he'd be like, "Oh, it's really good. I don't know. I don't listen to it regularly, but it seems like a good show." Hi. I think she's bored. She's gonna make her way out. She hears someone moving in the kitchen. And that means it's time she could be sucking up, getting some treats. Yeah, for me, I'm just like not super familiar with the Nerdist, so it's one of those things where like anytime you listen to a podcast for the first time, especially when it's not a thing that you've chosen to put on, it's just like, I don't know who these fuckheads are. This is some guy and some other guy. They sound interchangeable. Like that's, you know, that's kind of a fact of podcasting. That's a thing that I'm extremely aware of. I have to admit that I once tried to put Friends at the Table on in the car on our way back from one of these trips, and Dad said it was too nerdy, and he was like, "I'm sorry, this is too nerdy. I can't listen to this." So I had to turn it off. It wasn't an episode I was in. I don't think he knew it was actually the podcast that I'm on. I like to hope he didn't know anyways, because that's very rude if he did. It was, I think, a Marielda episode even, and he had no patience for that. Which is a shame, because if you're gonna onboard anyone anywhere, Marielda is the place to do it. I don't know that he would appreciate the weavers. He's a little bit one of those people who, like, appreciates things most when they open a window for him to talk about something he already is familiar with. That's just kind of his. That's just the way he is. So I'm sure if Lovecraft had something Weaver-esque, then that would work. Something like that. Oh, Laser Ted, you know, I really like Laser Ted, but I also think asking someone to jump in right in the middle of, well, I guess not the middle of Counterweight, but like part of the way into Counterweight is tough. Counterweight is so... There's such a tone, you know? And I feel like building it up as a viewer or an audience member is as important as it was for them when they were building it as players, if that makes sense. It's a big ask either way. I think also fiction podcasts, role-playing podcasts, that's kind of an awkward space for people who aren't used to it. Compared to just a podcast where people are just talking to each other as themselves, you know? They aren't like... Yeah, they aren't like not putting on airs, but putting on a different tone, or, you know. Podcasts are such a personal thing. Whoops, fuck. Yeah. Oh, I wonder if we can get a treasure from the Neon Shun. I don't know why I'm saying it like that. I wanted to pronounce all of the letters in treasure separately, but that doesn't work for Mansion. Mansion? A treasure from the Mansion. This isn't a good bit. This is what happens when I don't have 3 other people around to tamp the bullshit down, as it were. Oh, okay, you're busy. I get that. I'm just gonna pick these up, if you don't mind. I might actually just sell the... No, I should give them to the soup guy. Fuck it. I really want to get that. He's gonna give us a shitty looking couch, and I don't care because we need it. But we also need to not fuck this up, because I think like last year I fucked it up. And I don't know how I fucked it up, but I definitely fucked it up. So we need to maybe be more on top of it this year. Also, maybe I should pick some flowers and we should try that bouquet thing again. I don't really know what we fucked up before, but flowers and ribbon are both very cheap, so trial and error won't exactly break us. Yeah, it's not where the Halloween bed comes from. There's like a weirdo in a hood that you give candy to. I think the Halloween bed comes from that. The mushroom thing, you get the, I want to say it's like a forest couch that has 3 distinct pointy back parts. And if you do it repeatedly, or if you do it with multiple characters, like if we created 3 more characters, then we get 3 different pieces, I think. I am very lazy. I don't want to make 3 other witches in here to get couches and stuff. Oh, thank you, Crumb Muffins. I totally forgot about that. I mean, the real thing there is to make sure I purge anything of value that I don't want to lose in a shitty pirate fight. Thank you. Oh, true crime. Yeah, I've always been interested in true crime. I did not have any true crime podcasts that I listened to until every now and then if I'm playing, here's how I get onboarded into new podcasts. If I'm playing a game that I really hate and find very boring, like very, very boring, and I'm reviewing this game, I will usually catch up on all of the podcasts I currently am interested in. And then I will just have nothing, and I'll have to be like, okay, do I want to listen to old episodes of stuff, or do I want to find something new? Well, I want to say it was Valkyria Revolution that I was playing recently, like in June, I think June. And I was playing Valkyria Revolution, and it was very, very boring and very, very bad. And I went through and listened to a bunch of old Sawbones episodes, but I've done that so many times at this point. Like, I would say I've listened to every episode of Sawbones probably 3 to 5 times at least. I have some favorite episodes I've gone a little more overboard with. I'm not usually a re-listener, so that's a very rare thing for me. But I was not in a mood to keep doing that, so I think someone had just like randomly tweeted about my favorite murder or had mentioned it. And I started listening to those from the beginning, and there's, they're not perfect. They try and they care, and they kind of fuck things up sometimes. They also, like, the first 45 minutes of their podcast is them talking about, like, a thing that happened to them randomly, like, at the grocery store or whatever. Like, it's a very personality-heavy, fact-low kind of podcast. But they're fun, so it's okay. They also do often, I think, fall in the trap of, they cover a lot of the crimes that they know already, that they've heard about already, which usually means, like, the stuff that gets publicized, the, like, pretty white girls and things like that. And that's, that's not by design. They are just doing, like, oh, here's this case that really interests me. But, it's unfortunate. Also, sometimes they have language slips, and that's unfortunate too, but, like, so do I. And they try to adapt when they've hurt someone, and they try to deal with that stuff with grace. So I think I have more patience for it than some people might. I would totally understand people who think they are the worst. Why am I not turn into a... There we go. Their personalities do grow on you a bit. It can be a little bit hashtag white feminism, but, I'm kind of... I want to say I'm kind of past the point where effect matters to me more than intention. Like, I think, that his intention or her intention wasn't to be blah is not a good excuse. But I do also think that if someone does something bad and their intention is to do good by people in an active way, that they're not beyond hope or whatever. One of the big things in that show is that they use the term, like, prostitute, and then someone calls them out, like, immediately. And it takes them a while to adapt to saying sex worker, but they do try. Like, I've been there. I literally, the other day, dug up a clip of myself calling a rabbit in Animal Crossing a cunt. So, we all go through journeys in our lives. I also will freely admit I'm bad with pronouns. I really do try. We have several characters this season who go by they, them, and I have fucked it up more than once. I fucked it up in the recording yesterday and immediately corrected myself, and I'm really unhappy at myself when I do it. It makes me really mad, even though these are characters. Like, it's worse when it's a real person, but it's still bad when it's a character. Like, you still need to get that right. So I hate that, but... I'm kind of rambling because I'm tired and full of turkey. There's a trifle, too. I normally skip dessert at these events because, to be honest, I usually don't really like what's on offer. I don't like pumpkin pie. It's usually a very pie-heavy thing. Sometimes there'll be, like, cheesecake. I also don't like cheesecake. There was a trifle this time, though, that my aunt made, and it had brownies in it, and it had crumbled up score bar in it. It was very good. It was one of those things that, like, I don't have dessert often at those things. I kind of had it on a whim. I also don't ever have seconds at those things. And I really came close. I didn't, but I came very, very close. I eat really, really light at those meals. Like, I'm a big girl. And there's a lot of other big girls in that family. And I'm always pretty careful, but that trifle was really tempting. Whoops. I hit the button too soon. This trifle was nice too because it was like, I think it was just on the border of maybe being too rich, but it wasn't. Because it had a good ratio of chocolatey stuff to just plain sort of cream filling layers. So every time it got a little bit too intense, there was a nice balance. That's what we do on the Witching Hour. We soothingly talk to our cats and talk about how sometimes good people say awesome or say awful shit, and awful people also say awful shit, and trifle can be delicious. Yeah, that's actually a good... I like that. I like the idea that, like, everyone kind of sucks and you have to just aim to suck less. Because that feels achievable. Like, a lot of the time when we talk about, when we talk about these sort of things that get ingrained in the way we talk and the way we think that are hurtful to other people, it feels like this all or nothing thing. It feels like there is a switch inside of you that you are expected, once you are enlightened, to just switch, and then like, you're fine. Then you're perfect, and you'll never make a mistake again as long as you are enlightened and good. But, like, that's not how people work. That's just not, like, it's tough. Habits get ingrained into you, and even things that aren't habits, just like things that you hear around you that are maybe not part of your vernacular or your, the way you talk. You can still passively absorb those, and then you just find them coming out, and it's like, oh God, okay, I need to work on that. That's not me. That's not what I want. And that's tough. Nice! Treasure! Do we want this to be furniture? Or do we want it to be wall stuff? I think I want it to be furniture. Send me home. Send me home, Ghosto. Send me home so I can mute myself and blow my nose. Okay. I also like started this stream up basically as soon as I got home, so I'm like kind of uncomfortable. I should have done the whole like sweatpants, sports bra, that whole transformation. I just could not be bothered. Wait. My inventory was full when I should have got the treasure. Okay. Cool. Fuck. What? Why wouldn't it ask me to get rid of some shit? No, god damn it. I wonder if they like... They wouldn't have put it in the garbage, right? They wouldn't have put it in the garbage? No, okay. Okay. That's fine. I don't want that dude to steal my harmonica, so I'm gonna put the harmonica... Man, if they changed it, if they like moved it or whatever, I will take to the streets. You just mark my words. We could... He's probably not gonna want this shitty bouquet, but like maybe. That'd be handy if he did. Yeah. Put this harmonica on the floor. Oh, I think I threw my harmonica out. This is a good day already. Motherfuck. Okay, okay, okay. The harmonica will be in the garbage because that's what the garbage is for. So we're fine. I'll put a bone in the garbage. I'll make sure it's not one of the valuable bones. Here we go. Okay, everything's fine. Everything is fine. Okay. Which of these bones is valuable? Probably none of them, but let's always check. Let's maw something. Oh, is this the valuable one? This is a very valuable bone. I am glad I checked. That is an incredibly valuable bone. Okay, what about this other bone? Is that... pull something? Okay, this one's junk. This is a junk bone. Okay, good. I'm glad I bookmarked that. We're gonna put this junk bone in here. I'm gonna take our harmonica. Put our harmonica here. Okay. We should probably get a class in too. Although I think I'm just gonna have to devote a couple days to cramming. We're just gonna do a bunch of classes all at once. So that it won't really matter that I get a couple classes in here and there. Okay. Put this on the floor. What? On the floor. No? On the floor. Can you just not do that anymore with instruments? That sucks. In the closet. Okay. Alright. So yeah, My Favorite Murder is a good... well, I think there are probably way better true crime podcasts if you want a lot of information delivered efficiently and thoroughly. If you want just like kind of a Sawbones equivalent but with people dying horribly, then it's maybe better. It's good. Also, every episode ends with a cat meowing, and I love that. It's very good when the cat meows. Is it Last Podcast on the Left that's good for like true crime facts, or is that a different one? I don't remember. I have like a couple I subscribed to that I did not stick with. Thinking Sideways, I think, was another one that they do, I think, more like mysteries. Which is not... It's okay, I don't... Oh, are they horribly offensive? I haven't... That's a shame. I hear them, like, repeated a lot, but I haven't really put much time in myself. Sword and Scale? I don't know that one at all. Hang on, I gotta make sure I got the answer here. Okay. Sword and Scale sounds like a D&D podcast for lawyers. Oh. Humor in quotes is always a bad sign. Especially when we're talking about, like, people being horribly victimized and stuff. That's... And also, like, I don't know. There's some jokes in that topic, or in that area, that go down a little easier when a woman is saying them, because it feels a lot more like a coping mechanism than it maybe does from just like a random dude. It's like one of those things where it's like you jokingly tell yourself, oh man, this guy on the bus looks like he might murder me, haha. Okay. Thinking Sideways I think it's Thinking Sideways is like... let me see if this is actually... I might be thinking of the wrong thing. Oh, Chrome is not responding. That's good. We'll just keep going with this. Okay, well, Chrome is still not responding. Thinking Sideways, if it's the one I'm thinking of, isn't... They do crime. Sometimes they're more concerned with mysteries. They also do a lot of, like, alien stuff, and that's not... I kind of don't give a shit about the alien stuff. I, like, 60% don't care, and then, like, 40% alien stuff really freaks me out for some reason. Like, really super. I don't like it. I don't even like looking at cartoon pictures of aliens. Something that really bothers me profoundly. It is Thinking Sideways. But they also do stuff about, like, weird archaeological sites and things like that, and that's kind of fun. You know, let's just get this other one while we're here. We still have a bunch more from her, but we've done 4 and we've done 6, but we haven't done 5, so let's just get 5 out of the way. I just don't like aliens. I think space is very cool, but also something about it is like frightening to me in a really like deep and hard to place way. Like, I think the meanest thing I've ever said to Austin was a thing I said to him when he was kind of like goading me about how I should see Gravity. And I just desperately wanted that conversation to end, and I want to never think about that movie again. Because it just, I don't know, something about it really, really bugs me, really like stresses me out. Oh, definitely an alien. That's, well, you know, they were kind of different. They were just like a weird looking person, so it was fine. The second they have like weirdly malicious eyes or something, or just like, ugh, I don't know. Also, like, deep sea stuff kind of freaks me out. Just the idea of like I think it's like big nothingness, like cold, suffocating nothingness that you can just be adrift in forever, and like you're just nothing there. You're nothing and no one. You're just a tiny piece of meat. Like, yeah, that really, that's rough. Speaking of podcasts, I'm not caught up on lore anymore. For a while I was caught up on lore, and that became a hate listen, I think, because of the way that dude talks. Because he says, like, every episode he says, you see, or like, he has these little turns of phrases that he uses with extreme regularity whenever he wants to turn a story or introduce a new fact in the story. So as informative and interesting as the topics he covers are, the way he presents them becomes immediately almost like it's just so immediately like parodyable. Like, it's just, I haven't listened in long enough that I've forgotten his little twists, but like, man, just really I don't know if he like writes those into his script, or if his script is like points that he is sort of conversationally presenting in a way that just doesn't quite work. Or like, I also wonder if he edits the audio to his own podcast or if he has an editor, because I feel like if he was editing it himself, he would catch all of that, and either maybe he did and he's leaning into it, or maybe he doesn't. I don't know. And yeah, they have... Oh, is that show coming out on Friday? What a coincidence. I knew he gotten a deal. I wonder what that's gonna... Whoops. I wonder what that's gonna be like. I don't know if that's gonna be my thing. There was one about fairy tales I was listening to for a while too, but I kind of fell off of it because it was a bit too... I don't know. I guess it's ironic because I'm on a storytelling podcast, but when I'm listening to podcasts, like about things, I don't really like when it's too constructed in terms of storytelling. I don't like when it feels like someone's reading a paper to me, or doing like a speech, or like a university lecture, or like, yeah. I like something that feels more conversational, more informal. Like, I want someone to tell me about a thing they find interesting in their own voice as they would tell anyone about it. That's such a bad margin. I cannot fucking get over that. It's just unbelievable. also like podcasts where the co-hosts are friends. I like it when there's good chemistry. That's important. I mean, you should plug your podcast if you want to plug your podcast. Some people like that style. I just tend not to. That's just a personal taste thing. I also just like... Oh, it was Singing Bones. That was the fairy tale one I was thinking of. I also just don't love podcasts that don't have any comedy whatsoever to them. Oh yeah, I love Oh No, Ross and Carrie. There I would say sometimes a little bit of a tough listen. Their early episodes, if I'm remembering right, were a little bit, they're one of those things that I recommend, but with like an asterisk. Hey, crybaby. My goodness. I recommend them with a bit of an asterisk because, like, I like what they do, and their background, I think, makes them very well suited to what they do. But you just close the door. But I feel like at the start of that podcast, they were people I wouldn't have liked to hang out with. I don't think that's true anymore, but, you know, it happens. I should also say, I don't think they did anything, like, egregious. If they did, I would probably remember. I think it was just like a... I don't know. I don't remember, so it can't have been that bad. I think it was just like a... Yeah, just like a tone or... Or it honestly could have just been a case of, like, they said something about a thing I kind of believe in and it made me a little bit... Yeah. I just don't remember because it was so long ago. Also probably a case of, like, a lot of podcasts, I think, should be listened to from the newest episode back. Yes, yeah. That's the thing. They're a little bit tone deaf. They did some episodes on, like, Mormonism that were fine, but, like, they, like, got baptized as Mormon and, like, they were totally pushed into it, and I get it. But there is still, like, a... I don't know. It did feel a little weird. I think Ross said in a recent episode, because they covered a Seventh-day Adventist thing, and then ended up interviewing one of the people who... Why are you sniffing me? Interviewed one of the sort of leaders there, and he questioned them about that, and I think he expressed some regret about, like, I wish we hadn't done that or something like that, or at the time I don't think we crossed any lines, but we would probably do it differently now, stuff like that. So, you know, I think it's one of those things where it's a good podcast to jump into newest to oldest. I would also say the same thing about My Brother and Me, because if you go back and listen to those earliest episodes, like I did some time ago, it's bad. It's not good. They say some stuff. They have some feelings that, you know, they as people, like, sat down and interrogated in the time since then. And good on them, we all should do that about things. And they, like, came away from that, I think, better people, but listening to those other episodes, it's a big asterisk. And it is always good when people, like, admit that. That like, maybe we didn't do this as well as we could have, or, oh, it's Eric. What's up? I don't know if we have anything... I don't know if we have anything the pirate will consider valuable enough. But let's give it a shot. I mean, hey, if you want to talk early stream friends, we don't even need to talk about gobos. This is a thing I bring up quite a lot. When we were playing Dragon's Crown, I said the fairy in that game looked slutty. And I think I also used the word tramp stamp. Austin admonished me in both cases, rightly so. And like I said, I bring that up relatively often because it's like a thing that I'm deeply ashamed of, but also it's out there. Like if someone wants to dig up dirt on me, there you go. It's that. And those are both things that like, those were just part of my vernacular and I wasn't really thinking when I spoke, which is the classic excuse. I just said, and you know, when you just say something, you obviously kind of, it's in your head for a reason. It came from somewhere. But that was a good experience in a fucked up way because I started paying a lot or trying to pay closer attention to my attitudes about that stuff. Is this the island? I think this is that's the castle and this is the island. We haven't been to the island this year, have we? Oh, right, in memoriam. I keep meaning to listen to that, but I don't know that I can. Mom stuff is like really a soft, it's like a nerve for me. It is not a topic that I can, there's another podcast called, I think it's like, it's something like I'm doing terrible or something like that, and it's about it's by a woman whose husband died or something, I think. It's like all about grief and like grief from a sort of bitterly funny perspective, and I've had that on my to listen list for a while, but it's one of those things just like I don't know. Excuse me. Excuse me. There's no pirate here. What the F? What the effing H? This is not how this is supposed to work. Do they take the pirate out of this game? Is there a bug in the tree? Tree bug. Come on. Oh, shit. Shit. Fuck. Fuck. What? Come on. There we go. Okay, okay. Okay, so this wasn't fruitless. We got a big beetle. Man. Man. Yeah, I still sometimes use crazy. I use stupid a lot more. I had broken myself out of saying stupid and dumb. And I think I've gotten sloppy with that lately. I say stupid sometimes. I think I'm pretty good on... Lame was one that I had to really cut. And I think I've been mostly successful at cutting that. Usually when I want to say crazy, I tend to say like bananas or silly. Those are like decent placeholders for that. If anyone wants to borrow those, by all means. They're also not... They're not very like... There's really no edge when you call something bananas, or silly. Like there's no bite in that. So that's pretty, if that's, you know, if you want language that has a little bit more of an edge, that's not going to help you out. But I'm not all that edgy, so I'm not going to pretend that, that I need that. Bonkers is good too. Oh, ridiculous, yes. Ridiculous is another good one that I use. I can't believe the fucking pirate's not in. I need to like look at the weekly thing here if I can find it. I don't know where it is. There's like a thing that lists all of the events. Oh, I should check and see if it's anyone's birthday. It is not, but tomorrow it is someone's birthday. I'll worry about who the fuck that is tomorrow. I do not care right now. Okay, okay. Oh, I've heard of the loopy. I saw that. I forget where I saw it, and I thought it was the coolest thing. And immediately resigned myself to like, I'm never gonna have this. I'm never gonna get this. This would be an impossible complication. Wanting this would be an impossible complication to inflict on myself. But it's very cool looking. Okay, those are all the villagers. Right. Giving people stuff. Okay. Nope, that's spells. These teachers? No. Right, there's the teachers. Okay, he's not there. I can't find anything about the fucking pirate in this. Yeah, if anyone here likes cute, if anyone here likes really cute tech, you should follow Famicom Museum on Twitter, because they post like a bunch of stuff intersecting the highly commercialized femme side of technology, like pink computers and Barbie playsets and games and stuff like that. Very, very fun account to follow. And you should also look up the loopy because the loopy was something that really, if it came out today, I would buy in a heartbeat. Where the F? Sorry, I was around a young child today. Man, come on. I know there's like a mystery list in here somewhere. I just do not know what I'm even looking for. That's shop stuff. These are characters. Oh. Okay, there's some really cool mystery characters that we're never gonna see, and that's a shame, but they're really cool. There's like some sort of rainbow snow witch. There's like a vampire man with a mask. There's like a grumpy dragon dog thing. We've seen the pumpkin guy. He's not that special. Who else is there? There's like there's a really beautiful like pink unicorn. Oh, sorry, yes, it's Femicom, like femme, F-E-M. Thank you, Surrogate Big Brother, for, yeah. Man, this unicorn is just really cool. There's like a really pretty fairy. There's some sort of crying ghost with bad hair. There's like a really cute little mermaid, too. Oh, she's on the island. There's like a sea creature. God, maybe the thing that I'll have to do once I run out of these games is just like maybe go back to the original one and try to like just try to get some of this other shit we've never seen. I don't know how I would do that in the span of a month, but I don't see the fucking pirate. Okay, here we go. Here's all the NPCs. The idol guy, the teapot girl, teachers, pumpkin man, Hassan, the mummy, goat, Light bulb. Juice face. Piano. Hammer face man. There's no pirate here, and like, maybe I'm missing it. What the fuck? I'm so... Why would they take that out? Like, just... Anytime they take anything out of these games, it is so anomalous and so, like, jarring. I still don't even... I still feel like, oh, I just fucked up. This is me. I fucked something up. Maybe I didn't bring something valuable enough. He used to, if you didn't bring something valuable enough, be like, okay, all your shit's garbage, bye. He would, like, leave. Didn't even show up this time, though. Nope, he's just not... Wow. 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 I don't know what to say to that. That's... Well, okay. The good news is we have a shit ton of money. We've been scrimping and saving. That is good coffee. Well, let's buy some ribbon. How about that? Okay, Hana. Let's... Shit, I don't know. Let's just get one of each. One of them will at least... Like, one of them has to work. Logically. Statistically. Statistically, we will not fuck up at least one of these bouquets. So, 4 ribbons, we need 2 flowers for each, so we need to pick 6 more flowers. Yeah, I'm bummed. The pirate... I mean, it was a lot of trouble to go to for a reasonably valuable rock, but still... Okay. I'm just gonna pick these up. Fuck it. They're all kind of the same, but like... Pick those. Pick these. Pick these. These are mine. These are mine. And we need one more? Oops. We need one more. Man, these are all the exact same, huh? Shit. I mean, that would give me enough to do a bouquet of 2, and then like a mixed bouquet. And then plus the other ones. Or I could just add these into the mix. I want some variety. I want to like experiment. These actually would probably look nice with daisies. Although I only have like 3 of those, right? Stop making everyone toot. You guys need better hobbies. Oh, these like little white ones. Okay. I don't remember what any of those flowers are. I don't really want to look it up because I don't think that looking stuff up didn't really get us anywhere last time. So I think this time maybe we should go with our gut. That still might be a dumb idea, but you know, whatever. At least we can say we're honestly trying and not like putting fish on a cake, which is fun, but not profitable. I really wish that knitting peripheral had come out because I don't know how to knit, but I would totally use a robot that knits for me, like 100%. A 100,000%, in fact. Oh, excuse me. Okay. I think that this and this with a pink ribbon, I think that would be very cute. And the pink ribbon is the cute ribbon. So, boom. We're sealing it in. We're locking it in. Alright. Alrighty. I'm doing a lot of like blinking and shaking my head to wake myself up. Get ready for all this fucking ribbon garbage that I'm gonna have to do. Oh, those are not as white as I... Okay. Well, it's still fine. It's fine. It'll still be cute. There's a cat hair on my screen. That's not good. Okay. This is like a really weird way to represent tying a bow, right? I feel like I always do the same shit with these, but like, I don't know what else to do. I don't know where else you go with this kind of thing. I put them all on them, it just looks bad. I kind of wish they gave you an odd number of like components too. That would, I think, help. Okay, this is not actually as cute as it was in my head. Yeah, I really need to put some time into Style Savvy. It was stupid of me to think I was going to do it in the car. I need to just sit down and devote an hour to it at home where I'm comfy. Hey, we did okay. I don't know what the brown shit sticking out of it is. Do you know what that is? like sticks? Toblerones? It's Toblerones. Okay. So we did okay there. We didn't fuck up completely. We can probably sell that for some money. Maybe get a better fucking profit than this damn jewelry business is getting us. Okay. Orange goes with this, right? That might be nice. Maybe this might be okay. I need to make sure not to use the red roses and red marguerites with the... Oh wait, we used the orange paper, so I wonder if the red would be fine for those. I would almost hope not, though. I feel like if someone gave me a bouquet of red flowers wrapped in red paper, I would just go blind immediately. Or just like, I don't know. Ask them if they got it at a grocery store. That's kind of mean. Grocery stores have wonderful flowers. It's actually where I've gotten any flowers probably ever. But like, I don't know. So matchy-matchy. Also just, I guess... Flowers are so expensive for a thing that is so short-lived. Like, I guess, you know... Oh, God. You can spend, like, $50 on a decent bouquet. Or $50 on a pretty good meal. And the meal is much shorter lived than the bouquet, but also, like, you don't have to throw the meal in the trash at any point. Whereas, like, with a bouquet, I'm often thinking, like, oh, this is garbage soon. And that's kind of sad. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Fine. Yeah, okay, fine. I have a habit of always holding onto flowers a little too long. And then it's just like a whole thing. Oh, you can try moving roses to front of mushroom forest for pink roses and tulips in the cave for blue. That's a really good idea. I wasn't sure how you affected that stuff. Because sometimes I know rare flowers just grow, but okay, that went bad. That's fine. Sure. I know rare stuff just grows, but I never really thought, never really thought about, like, proactively pursuing that. I think I'll do that, though. Rare flowers are good. They're valuable. They're good for tying up with shitty ribbon. I'm gonna make a note of this, actually. So, roses, mushroom forest, tulips, cave. Gorgeous. Okay. Oh yeah, the Enchanted Bros wiki is pretty good, and a lot of that stuff has not changed since that first game. Oh, there's also just a lot of stuff that I tend to forget about because I'm not used to. Some of it is routine to the point that it is grounded in my brain, and some of it I didn't have a chance to fuck with in the first game, and then just kind of forgot that it was an option. I don't know. I picked too many flowers, which was foolish of me. Can I just use 2 of the same? Or is that cheating? I don't know. I would like it. No, it didn't let me do that. Or did I fuck it up? Did I do it wrong? Did I not center it? Okay, yeah. This is just gonna look like a big bouquet of cotton balls or something. Why would you put trellises in a bouquet? Maybe it is because I'm using just like street flowers. But that doesn't seem fair. See, I like this one. I bet it's not gonna do well, though. Okay. Lord. And then it goes around like that. Okay. Gorgeous. Oh, they do look like cheese puffs. Ooh, skull flowers. What? I bet you could use those for bouquets. It's certainly not picky about letting me use weird animals on pizza, so I would be shocked if you couldn't use skull flowers in bouquets. Hi, Yanni. There's candy flowers, too. We've had those in the past, and I don't remember where they came from. We might have, like, won them? Yay, another decent one. Black marguerites in a cave. I might need to look into this. I'm probably going to forget the black marguerite thing, but I do have those other things noted down, and that will hopefully encourage me to actually look at that. If I close my eyes and think about it really hard for a second and impress it upon myself to look into this weird flower business. Okay, one more. Okay, so we got the red ribbon. Whoops, red ribbon. Red tulips, and then the red marguerites. I think we did marguerites and roses before, so maybe the tulip with the red ribbon instead of the orange ribbon might be fun. Okay, there's a spell. That makes sense. I'll have to look that up too. Especially if, you know, if being a florist is the most profitable... Ooh. If being a florist is like the most profitable thing, then it might be a thing worth pursuing for us in our most serious of years. I'm gonna cram a bunch of class and get a bunch of special flowers and only wear elegant clothing. That was a bad one, but they let me get away with it. Sorry, yeah, it gives the largest profit. That's what I mean. Because right now we're earning a lot of money, but the cats are taking basically all of it, and I'm fucking tired of it. And clothing does okay. We've done clothing in the past, and it's been fine, but yeah, I don't understand the sales stuff. It's tough. It's difficult, and I'm very impatient. I kind of just like checking in and getting my cash and leaving. I love when you walk in front of the screen when I'm doing stuff. It's wonderful. Okay, how'd we do? Decent. Okay, sure. I'll take it. We only fucked up one of these. I like that you can name stuff. If I was smarter, I would actually do it, and then actually be able to keep track of what everything is. I wouldn't have to name it glamorously, but I could name it like, you know, what it is. Like, cool. Cool style. And then when someone asks me, what style is this? I think, oh, it's a cool one. It's a cool style. That'd be nice. Oh boy. Okay. I think I want this back wall to be the flowers. Or maybe on either side of the cash register? We have 3 non-shitty ones? Oh, I don't remember which of these is which. That's bad news. I mean, I suppose I'll know when I see them placed. I think this one's a bad one. Oh, I can't see it. Nice. Yeah, okay. I think this is the bad. Oh, right, this is the first bad one. Okay. Oh, I guess there's the actual ribbon color that I can use here too. So this one was good. This one was bad. This one was good and this one was good. I think the orange one is the one we fucked up again because orange is a difficult color. Okay. the red one over here. Oops. And then I'll put the blue one over here. Why not? Okay. We're not... The flowers kind of take away from our cool occult vibe, but... You know, I think maybe we'll get some spooky walls and it'll turn around again. I guess we should do a tour of the shops, huh? Why is my room really cold all of a sudden? Ooh. Yeah, okay. They really can't move that crap TV, huh? Ice cream shop. It's always interesting when we come in here. Wait a minute, is the shaved ice person selling ice cream? That's really fucked up. This is like, didn't Crispy run a bakery? Wasn't that equally, it was really frightening in a very similar way? Well, I guess with Crispy, it's like, well, maybe it's both just a hat. I don't know that Crispy's head is a donut any more than I know that Shaved Ice Guy's head is shaved ice. Nah. I love that this store just has TVs for decoration. Like, they're not for sale. They're not on a cushion. It's just... These are just our show TVs for us to enjoy. If you want this TV too bad, maybe it'll turn up somewhere else for you. Eric's face seems so flat. Does Eric have a butt chin? I'm sorry. Does Eric have a butt chin? Because I need to screenshot Eric if he has a butt chin. Hello. Wow, he does. That's new, right? I don't know what to do with that. That's a butt chin. Maybe it's because he's growing up, you know? When we first met him, he was but a boy. And now he's become a little butt-chinned man. Seasons change, time passes by. Ooh, red glasses. I mean, we're wearing red glasses right now. I can't. I need to not. Actually, these like pink. These might be pink. But no, we can't. Oh, I can't wait to go to bed tonight. I am so tired. Okay. Nah. I want cash register that looks like this? Where do I get this? Is it just a table on the cash register is like a thing I can just set out on it? I don't think I've ever fucked with that. Hello, Maverinthia. Move. Oh. Oh, I see. I see how it goes. You're making cool bouquets now? Now that I've started making bouquets, you're making cool bouquets with rare flowers? Like these the purple things and the black ones, and you've used the orange ribbon that I always get shit for using? Ugh. I have definitely bought duplicates of things I already own just because I really like them. Like I have duplicates of like, excuse me, leggings and pants that I really like especially. Because I want to wear it more often than my laundry schedule. I should sell these shitty bouquets because I'm sure not going to sell them to anyone in my store. Okay, whoops. You can take that, and you can take that. Those are both worth like nothing. God. That's weird. I guess like one for you, one for a friend. But like doing a secret 2 for 1 promotion and it's like just 2 of the exact same product, especially something like a scarf. Because a scarf, like it's not like you wear a scarf for like a day and then you have to wash it. Like, I don't know. That's a cute little tent. I forgot to go into the antique store, didn't I? I'm pretty sure I did. Oh. I'm so tired. Okay. Let's go to the antique store. We still got ghosts in here. Oh, we have to get our treasure. I forgot. Oh, he has a little blimp in here. That's weird. And okay, why does this table need dials on it? Like, that's classic steampunk bullshit right there. Gears on the walls, dials on this weird coffee table. It's a bit much. Ooh. I think the best story I have of something like that happening to me is I ordered a white marker off of Amazon. A really like overrated white marker. Like the reviews for it were really good and when I got it, it was not good. But instead of just sending me one marker, they sent me the entire box of markers. Like the entire like box that they would keep in their storage thing. And like pull one marker out and put it in the order. They sent me the whole like thing. which would be really cool again if the marker was actually better. It's really just bad. And some of them are better than others. They're really inconsistent. So it's kind of a shame. Okay. Let's go to Vivi's. Whoa, they sent him 40? That's too many copies. 40. Woof. Wow. You could turn those into GameSpot and buy, like, probably at least a couple consoles, right? Like, shit. Oh, that's fucking adorable. Oh, I'm so mad that we're not cute this year, because this is so good. Oh, it's not fair. Man, strawberry dress. I bet it's very expensive. Oh, what was that? The marker was called, like, it's like a galaxy marker? That doesn't sound right. Hang on, it's right here. It's literally right here. Oh, it is galaxy marker. Paint blank ink for dark and light paper. It's archival, permanent, opaque ink, acid-free. It's not good. Like, it doesn't, it's not good. Like, it, I feel like it just sort of makes the paper wet, and it has, like, a sort of milky ink to it. It's not very opaque. Like, it does not even compare in the slightest to, like, a Posca marker. Or even like my shittiest white gel pen, it does not compare. It's just like this, I don't know. It's okay for, like, lightening stuff up or blending it a little bit, or, like, if I want to, like, soften something, it's okay. But most of the time, if I want actual white color on a page, it's not the thing for the job at all. That's definitely like a Posca. I really like this. I'm gonna ask how much this is. Poscas are really nice, although I feel like I used up my white Posca marker within a week of getting it. And I don't think I was being that hard on it, but oh man, white pen, it's such a personal thing. I have 3, not including that marker or the Posca marker. I have 3 white pens right here. They are all different in ways that, like, are... Sorry, everyone who doesn't care about white pens. Some of us have feelings. So I have the Sakura Jellyroll white, and that one's decent. It's not perfectly opaque. It is still fairly sheer, or fairly, like, not sheer, but it dries matte and it dries very flat. It dries very, like, smooth to the page. If you layer it up a bit, you can get a nice opacity. It's decent if you don't need something that's, like, if you need something that looks white against black, but not that looks like really sharp white, it's fine. You can also get them in 2-packs for, like, pretty cheap. A white pen is just a pen that produces white ink, like just a white gel pen. It's good for using with, you know, artistically you can do it over paint or whatever, instead of having to use masking fluid or whatever, which is way worse. Oh yes, I kept those bad markers, trust me. I also have a Sakura Decorous pen here. Those ones are kind of fun, but the ink comes out of them very puffy and shiny. I like the design of this pen. I think it's Japanese. I think it's one they only do in Japan. It's good for writing on photos. The ink is slightly raised and shiny. Decent opacity, but it tends to get clogged a bit because the ink is so thick. And I do also have, like Victoria mentioned, the Signo Uni-Ball? Uniball Signo White, which is, I feel like that's the fan favorite, right? That's the, like, classic one that most people recommend. I'm actually not as big a fan of it as most people. It makes a really good opaque line, like really smooth. You don't have to go over it a lot. But unless I'm mistaken, it dries shiny. And I don't like that. I like it to dry matte. So most of the time I will still go for the plain old Sakura Jellyroll because I want something that'll dry flat to the page and fairly smooth and like inconspicuous. The Uniball is better. Also, the Uniball, I want to say, doesn't go over its own lines very well. The Decorous also doesn't. The Jellyroll does because the ink is so thin, I guess. But the Signo can get gunked up if you're trying to go over something too much or make something too bulky. If you know what I mean. I like pens. Like a lot. I really like pens. And paper products. And stickers. And washi tape. And all that good stuff. I have a giant sticker collection. It's like in a plastic case. Lots of sheets of mostly Japanese and Korean stickers. And like pouches and stuff, more than I could ever use. So I don't actually use them that often either, unfortunately. Oh, it's a mirror. That's cute. It's like a branded, that's really cool. What the hell? Oh, it's like a standee of a lady with a kimono. I really love this set. This is nice. This might be nicer than this? I don't know. I don't know. We'll get prices. Let's compare some prices on some furniture. I've never tried the white Sharpies. To be honest, Posco is my first like proper paint pen. Oh, that's a good price. I'm gonna ask you about the other one, but one of the reasons that I picked up those shitty Galaxy markers was because they're not paint pens, and I didn't want something I had to like, with a paint pen you have to like pop the nib in to make the ink flow, and sometimes they smell kind of weird and they can get kind of gunked up, and it stresses me out. So I wanted a white marker that wasn't that, and that's for a lot of reasons a hard thing to do. Because of the way felt tips work and the way paint works. Kind of can't be helped, I guess. Table on the right is a bit expensive. Let's go with this green one. This is under 1,000. Yeah, white pens are a whole thing. I also used to just use whiteout pens, but again, it's the thing of like, they get gunked up. They also get they don't dry very fast either. Like, I feel like paint markers and gel pens especially dry much faster than whiteout or correction fluid. And that's beneficial because that means I'm less likely to drag my hand through it like an asshole, which I do constantly because I'm kind of clumsy in terms of creating things. I'm not the most careful sometimes. Oh wow. Oh yeah, I had some opaque white, not the Copic opaque white, which I am really curious about. I had some opaque white ink from, I think it was Speedball, just like their calligraphy ink. I don't know why I keep buying it because it always gets fucked up. Like it always just, oh, this is a incredibly witchy wall. I was just like looking at this like, these all suck. No, I gotta get this. It is still going, Jack. Hi, we're talking a lot about pens and markers. I can't let this go. Like, I need this wall, right? I don't have a choice. And I have a lot of money. There's no choice. I used to have several speedball inks in high school, and they dried out so fast in their little jars. And I should have learned that lesson of just like, no, this isn't worth my time or money. These dry out so quickly, and then they're totally fucking useless. And even when they don't dry out, they seal themselves shut so unbelievably tight that you could never hope to break into them again. And I got some of their white, and it was real good for the first, like, I used it once, and then it was just fucking gone. It was just gone. It was never gonna happen. Okay. Let me get my song list out. I'm gonna do this right. I think that says Melancholy. Melancholy. Got it. Do we have melancholy? Where is melancholy in my giant book? Melancholy. Oh, I'm too tired to be reading all these little itty bitty characters. Okay. Da, da, da. Looking for this character. These aren't whatever the Japanese equivalent of alphabetical is, which is really frustrating. I wish all the things with the same character were grouped, because it's just this endless fucking list of stuff that just keeps going. There are 116 songs. Oh, there it is. Melancholy. 111. Block that in. Oops. And I'll buy that. Yeah, I'm not surprised they dried out on the shelf. Like, I don't leave stuff open. Like, I'm very careful. I take good care of my things. I take a lot of pride in taking good care of my things. I get very upset when inevitable wear and tear sets in. Like, I have some dip pen nibs that are starting to get not rusty, but like they're showing the fact that they've been used, even though I clean them very carefully every time I use them, and like that bugs me so much. This one we might have. Maybe? Maybe not. I thought we did, but I guess not. Oh, it's obrigado. Okay. Okay. You're right, I do have this. Did I mark this? I did. Okay. Thank you. We will skip this then. Sutora... What? Sutora Spy? Something spy? Am I reading this wrong? I'm probably reading it wrong. Anytime it sounds like I'm sounding something out, it doesn't make sense, it's probably my fault. Obviously not the fault of this beautiful language that I really wish I knew. If I could find it in my dang book. Anywhere in here. Here we go. 73. block that in. Stress spy? What does that mean? Is that a word? I don't think we've ever seen this before. Well, I mean, I guess we didn't ever sound them all out, so... Sorry, I'm still... still got a mess. Okay, that's... So I skipped this one. What? I don't... Okay. Oh, I found this one immediately on the list. 101. Fill that in. Okay. Speaking of markers and pens, I really like friction stuff. Friction pens and markers, they are handy. If you are a person who likes drawing, does not like using a pencil, but still needs something you can do sketch stuff with, and you don't want to like have to like trace and stuff, you just want to do a sketch and then ink it, you can use friction pens and then use I think a blow dryer will work fine, but also a straightening iron. And you just draw with the friction pen and then ink it with non-frictiony ink. And then you run the hair straightener over it, and it just erases the pen lines because it's heat sensitive. I think there's also there are also special notebooks you can get that you can microwave, and they're intended to be used with friction pens. Although I don't know that they work great. They're like smart notebooks. There's like codes so you can hook them up to an app and whatever. But I saw like a review of them, and it seems like they don't go completely clean, so they're maybe not ideal. But still, you know, it's handy if you don't like drawing with pencils. One of the big things that I like about friction pens personally is that they offer a pretty decent variety of, like, if you like a 0.08 millimeter nib, I think it is, or if you like a 0.03, or, you know, if you want super fine or medium, or, you know, I like a really thick line with a pen. I usually go for, in fountain pens, I usually prefer a medium nib, unless that's like a, unless in the brand in question that is like a calligraphy nib. I usually like a decently thick line and not something too scratchy. Pen talk. I would do a pen podcast. That'd be fun. Although I feel like I'm not... That's one of those things where it's like, I know there are people in the world who are way more about this stuff than me. And I don't know that I would want to step on their turf. That might be a bad idea. I should turn this bug in while I'm here. Brush pens are also really good. I have a bunch of brush pens and I'm not that great at using them, and I really want to learn contemporary brush calligraphy. Specifically just to get the pen control down. Someday. There's something very satisfying about using a brush pen, even when you kind of don't know what you're doing with it. Okay. He seemed to reasonably like that one. Which is good, because it was a fancy island bug, so you'd help. Or you'd hope. You'd help, too. Get that weird bug off the island. Bring it all the way over here for this mean book. Oh, here's a pen story. So on Jet Pens, you can get these pens that are... They're a rollerball pen. I think they're called something Fude, because they're meant to be held kind of upright. Yeah, Fude Ball 1.5. They're meant to be like a ballpoint pen that is held upright as if you are doing Japanese brush calligraphy. And I got them because they have a 1.5 millimeter nib, which is fat. That is a fat nib. And I, like I said, I like broad nibs. I like juicy, big lines. And all the reviews of these pens were like, oh, it's such a broad, smooth stroke. It's so good. And I don't know what it is, but they're like the skippiest pens I've ever used. Like, you do have to be careful about the angle you hold them at, and I am. And sometimes they write beautifully, and then other days they just like decide not to, and they just become the worst, most frustrating pen that I have ever used. And like, the nice thing about liking pens, especially if you're not like in the expensive fountain pen scene, if you're just in the like fun writing tools, whatever, is that like, I had this bad experience with these pens, but also it cost me like, I don't know, $3 for 2. So I'm not like, I didn't like screw myself over. It's not like buying a $60 game that you play 10 minutes of and hate. Like, it's not like when I bought Shadow of Mordor and just decided, oh right, this isn't a thing for me. Everyone else likes this, but this isn't for me. So, not the end of the world. Kind of a bummer. Maybe I just got 2 duds, or maybe I fucked up and stored them wrong at some point. I tried storing them point down, and that seemed to be bad, and I tried storing them on their sides, and that has been less bad, but still bad. I don't know. Can't win sometimes. I think I'm just gonna put this table against this wall for now. Oh right, we got that wallpaper. I fucking totally forgot. Oh, what's this? So I guess this is a shop table, technically. And this is the thing we got from the treasure. But we can't... I guess maybe we have too much stuff out. I shouldn't have glasses on the floor anyway. That's silly. Oh, it's a kotatsu. Like the heated, this is good for fall. Whoops. Nice. I think this is probably the same on all sides. Yeah, okay. Sure. Yeah. Oh. I've never really traveled with any, like, normally when I travel, the pens and stuff that I bring with me are pretty straightforward, just like normal ink pens or like a couple gel pens. I don't think traveled with any like really serious kit. I am not like I'm not like an artist. I just do art that's like for fun, kind of. I have a complicated personal relationship with the word artist that makes me not comfortable calling myself that, even though I do art for a postcard that many people get every month. But I tend not to travel with art supplies. It's just normally when I'm traveling. Oh no! Oh, that sucks. But I could totally see I could totally see a Coco Hero being like prone to bursting. Because they are like, it's a marker on the lower end, and they're meant to be like highly disposable, and like, and also like that little barrel, I don't know. And the way the nib fits in there and stuff, I could see that exploding. That's really sad though. Coco Heroes are very cute little markers where you can get the body separately from the ink cartridges. And the bodies are very like cute, fun colors. Yeah. It's nice. They're good. I'm a fan. That's a shame though. I'm glad y'all like the postcards. I was very nervous about starting those. Like, incredibly nervous about starting those. Still am very nervous about those. The next postcard number 3, is a lot more design heavy than the previous two. The previous two were very like, the bulk of the work was in the actual drawing and not the layout as much. And this one is, most of the work was in layout and positioning of components, and it turns out I'm actually way less comfortable doing that than art. So that was a fun challenge. I think it got to a good point. I think they turned out okay. I still like, I think postcard 2 is my favorite so far. If anyone has no idea what I'm talking about, Friends at the Table has a Patreon, and if you back at the $25 tier, you get a postcard mailed to you every month, and I do the art on the front, and on the back there is some microfiction written by Jack and/or Austin, with a sort of continuing little saga, and it comes to you in the mail with realistic scuffs and bumps because it's the mail and you can't really do much about that, but it adds character to them. We get them too, and I've been keeping mine in a little like photo book that I got. Oh yeah, gamer's another tough one. I don't like calling myself an artist because I feel like that implies a degree of, I don't know. It's not necessarily seriousness, but like deliberacy, like that's a thing you want to be. Like I think of myself as a writer instead of an artist, even though you can totally be both of those things, and if someone said they were, I would not hold their feet to the fire about that. But that's just one of those things that, like, you know, everyone has rules that they hold themselves to, they don't hold other people to. So it's hard for me to think of myself as an artist because when I do art, it's like almost an accident when it is good. Like I end up doing it just for fun. Gamer is a bit different though. Like a lot of the comment in the chat, gamer feels like a bad word because a lot of the people I have seen identify hyper strongly as quote unquote gamers have been not like role model types, you know, like I should have gotten my harmonica. There's a different kind of baggage there. You know, with artist, it's baggage of my own making, of me like my whole life holding artists up to a standard that I don't see myself on the same level as. That is not quite the case with gamer. The other problem I think with gamer is that gamer as an identity made a lot more sense back when games weren't literally everywhere. Games have like permeated the culture to a degree that like people who don't move in the gaming space still play games. And like that was often true in the past too. Like, you know, cocktail tables existed. But it feels exceptionally true now. And it feels like calling yourself a gamer is like calling yourself a reader. Like, you would almost hope that most people engage with that stuff and taking it on as a specific identity. I mean, I know some people call themselves readers and that's like a thing too, but... Or like a movier, you know? Like... I don't know, it's... I guess there is still a degree where enthusiast is separated from just like general enjoyer of a medium. But... yeah, I don't know. Gamer just doesn't feel like the identity it was. It doesn't feel like it serves the purpose it used to. Although I'm sure there are people who would super disagree and would think that just because you play a game, you're not a game. Whatever. Fucking who cares? That's not the convo I'm interested in having exactly. But also, like, I mean... reader can mean a lot of things. It doesn't necessarily mean like, to be honest, I don't read that many books anymore. It's a thing that I regret and I'm trying to actively change. But I do read a lot of like articles and short stories and this and that and like bits and pieces of, you know, the amount of stuff that I read on the internet in a day is not insubstantial, and I think that counts, but it's a different kind of, you know... yeah, context does matter. That's true. And yeah, bookworm is another good... that is a stronger identity, I guess. I guess part of it, though, is that already... bookworm definitely implies, like, most people read, but I read more than most people. Whereas gamer implies, like... I play games. Like that feels like where that kind of starts and stops. It doesn't necessarily feel like it implies I play more games than most people. I think that might be my problem with it. It feels more exclusive, or like it's grasping more at exclusivity, if that makes sense. Rather than simply refining a definition of yourself. I'm very tired, so I might just be talking at this point. Oh yeah, Mighty Shoot, I literally just got a Kindle. I spent a really long time being like, I don't want to read books on a screen. I want to like feel the paper and stuff. And then I realized like, well, I want to read in bed, and I don't like having the lamp on. And that means I have to read on my iPad, which means I am awake forever because the light keeps me up. So I finally got a Kindle thinking like, okay, well, if I want to read in bed, then that screen is different. The light on it is different. It's supposed to not be as disruptive. So maybe that's a thing. Yeah, that's a good point too, is like, ideally your hobby is one of several, and it's not like you're unique. It's not a thing that like consumes you. Oh, that's so good. Ah, this is so good. Yeah, Lissa Ring. The only reason I bit on it finally was they had a sale for Prime users on the Paperwhites. It knocked like a quarter of the price off or something, and that was good enough for me. This is good. I'm happy with this. This was worth the money. This is really like, we're getting into a nice spooky direction. Not spooky, but like, you know. Haunting? No. Okay. Oh, I was gonna put the table up here, wasn't I? Well, I can do that later. Tables can wait. Let's see about some music. See about some music and some wrap up, because even though I said this would be a short episode, it ended up pretty much the average length of every episode that I've done. Okay, where do we want to go? We could just hang out here maybe. But guests don't usually join in on music, so maybe we should find where everyone else is. Oh. Okay, you're going this way. Okay, and you're going this way, and you're coming this way. Okay, cool, cool, cool. I need to be very fast here. Very fast. Extremely fast. I didn't get my harmonica. I forgot to pick up my harmonica. I forgot to hit OK. So we're gonna whistle. We're just gonna whistle today. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with whistling. I also don't know what song I want to listen to. So let's whistle Ponytail. Who's gonna stop me? Yeah, I think I pressed X. I always forget that you have to press OK to commit to what you're taking out of the closet. You can't just back out. That is a mistake I've been making since season 1, and I will probably make it until this whole witch business finally peters out. Good, good. It's good. All right. I'll take it. I'll take it because I'm tired. I'm starting to get a little hungry again, honestly, because we had dinner at like 3. And, yeah, we've had a good run today. Perfect. This is actually quite sweet. So I'm Janine Hawkins. I'm at Bleating Heart on Twitter. We play this game, Tongari Boushi to Mahou no Machi, every single day in October. This is the 4th game in the series, and it is our 4th year in a row. We talked about a lot of stuff today. Podcasts, people changing over time, pens, ebooks, identities, lots of things. We have talked about many things in the past, and we'll continue talking about many things completely unrelated to this, I guess. YouTube.com/Streamfriends for the archives of all the previous years and the current year. They go up pretty quickly for those who want to watch them. And yeah, I'll see y'all back here tomorrow. Have a good night.